because of his accomplishments and because of his willingness to work literally around the clock to fix every issue that has faced this country, to change the global partnerships, to make America strong again on the world stage, to solve all the domestic problems that we are facing in this country. The president has done so much for the American people, and we want to honor him in some small way, some token of our appreciation for his leadership. And so tonight, we have created a new award. We're going to do something we've never done before. We're going to honor him with a new award that we'll present annually from this point forward. But he is the suitable and fitting recipient of the first ever America First Award. We can think of no better title for what that is. That's this beautiful golden statue here.
How pathetic are these idiots? Mike Johnson is the biggest cuck sycophant to Trump I have ever seen in my life, or to anybody. I mean, this guy, how bad does he want to keep his job? He's not going to keep his job because he's going to lose it when, he's going to stay in Congress, but he's not going to be Speaker of the House anymore after November. But how ridiculous is this? They are giving Trump an award for ushering the golden era. Sure, it's the golden era for millionaires and billionaires and Trump's friends and Trump's family, but is it a golden era for us? I don't know. You let me know. What do you think? Is it a golden era for people of the United States, middle-class people? I don't think so.
Appropriate for the new golden era in America. The individual that is responsible for all of that success. It's a team effort, but it's led by the Commander-in-Chief at the top. So we want to bring out the President of the United States for just a moment and thank him for his unwavering commitment to the American people. And because of that, it is our honor, on behalf of all House Republicans, all of you here, and all patriots across the country, present the very first America First Award to the 45th and the 47th President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. Mr. President, come on out.
What a fucking joke. So we're at a war that Trump started that he can't get out of, where gas prices are $1 more than they were a week or two ago. And these cucks, these fucking ridiculous idiots are giving Trump an award for ushering in the golden era of the U.S. Are you fucking kidding me? This is the most ridiculous. Mike Johnson needs to be burned at the stake. I mean, this is fucking crazy. Hey guys, welcome back to the SpinCycle here with Chris. Go ahead and subscribe if you're new here. Let's keep watching this ridiculous, fucking hilarious ceremony they had yesterday for Trump. Oh, and he's putting his name on all American bills, his signature, coming soon to you with his coin. This guy, I mean, can we please put him in jail already? Or prison, rather. Mike Johnson is the most pathetic little weasel motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. I would have shoved his ass in the locker in high school and fucking punched him in his little face. Hey Jennifer, how are you?
Because you're supposed to get approval. So I'll use the word military operation. We're winning so big, nobody's ever seen anything like we're doing in the Middle East with Iran.
Winning?
And they are negotiating, by the way, and they want to make.
Have you seen gas prices, dumbass?
Because they figure they'll be killed by their own people. They're also afraid.
Turns out the government tracks a lot of data.
Okay, you gotta get your commercials in here,
They'll be
YouTube.
killed by us. There's never been a head of a country that wanted that job less than being the head of Iran. I don't want it.
Look how bad he's sweating. He's like a fucking
Listen to some of
pig.
the things they say. We hear very clearly.
He's dying in
I
front
don't
of
want
us.
it. We'd like to make you the next supreme leader. No, thank you. I don't want it. I agree with that 100%. But I do. We did a lot. We settled 8 wars. But I actually thought.
That's a
when I
complete
went on
lie. We
this
did not settle 8
excursion, as I call
wars.
it, excursion into hell, excursion into a terrible place. When I went on to do something that for 47 years should have been done by any of the other presidents, and you heard numerous of them said they wished they did it, but they didn't have the guts to do it. We had no choice, but I thought it would be much worse. I thought that
Yeah, Trump has the guts. The guy who got out of Vietnam by claiming he has bone spurs. He's got guts to send other people in to fight for him. He's a real man. That's Donald Trump. What a fucking little bitch he is. Okay, let's see what they have to say about his award here on the Reddit feed. Conservative. I follow even though I'm not a conservative, I follow their Reddit feed because they're total cucks for Trump. I mean, they're so bought in. But so this is their reaction to his golden award. Embarrassing. Vomit. Vomit. Hey guys, remember, drain the swamp. Ha ha ha. Those were good times. These things are so silly. Why are we spending time on awards that when there is so much work to do? Stop the self-aggrandizing bullshit and focus on the fucking job at hand. It's shit like this that's an easy goal for Democrats when campaigning. America first? Question mark. Then why we in a war? Are we in? Then why? Then are why? I mean, he meant then why are we in a war? This is great. If they have time for this, that means they've solved every other problem. Well, Trump's really losing the narrative. This is the conservative Reddit, mind you. These people are all super sycophants for Trump. Whoever thought this was a good idea needs to be flogged. They need to stop with the performative self-aggrandizing bullshit and get something done. Self-flagellation is a learned behavior. I think you mean autofellatio. Eesh. Jesus, they're becoming the Dems. I don't think so. I think Trump is a unique beast, a sycophantic, psychopathic, sociopathic, narcissistic son of a bitch that you idiots, yes, you idiots on the conservative feed, elected twice for President of the United States. Okay, let's go to X, see what they're saying about this garbage on X. Global recession. The man who manages 11 trillion just warned the world what's going to happen if Trump doesn't make a deal now. A total wipeout. Larry Fink, CEO of BlackRock, the largest BlackRock, by the way, has lost a lot in the stock market. Now, I'm sure that's why he's speaking out now.
See a year from now oil at $40 a barrel, or I can see it above $150 a barrel. We have two very extreme outcomes. And in my conversations throughout the world with the U.S. government and all that, to me, everybody has to recognize there's not going to be an outcome that's somewhere in the middle. It's going to either be two extremes. Is Iran a country that can be accepted by the international community? Can Iran be a country that participates in the world again? And if that outcome occurs, then you're going to have the Iranian oil back into the marketplace, alongside what the growth of the Venezuelan oil, and you can paint a picture where oil prices could be lower than they were prior to the Iranian war. If there's a cessation of war, and yet Iran remains a threat to trade, a threat to the Straits of Hormuz, then I would argue that we could have years of, above $100, closer to $150 oil.
What happens to the global economy if that happens? How do we see it?
We'll have global recession.
The US is essentially energy independent. Should other countries?
So Trump, guys, is single-handedly responsible now for starting a global recession. And believe me, I'm not in the country right now. It has already started. I'm in a developing country, and there's an energy emergency here in the country I'm in right now. I'll be back on my way to the U.S. next week. But we already have started sliding into a global recession. If Trump doesn't turn around now, which it doesn't sound like he's gonna, because the Iranians, they don't want a deal now. They don't want to end this until they get a guarantee that, you know, these fucking retards, Trump and Netanyahu, are not going to say, oh, yeah, we got a deal, and then bomb them the next day like they did the last two times, last June with the nuclear facility and 4 weeks ago with bombing their leader and killing most of their leaders. The thing is, the Iranian, Islamic movement, their government doesn't care about leaders. They care about, they're fanatics about their ideals. Trump has no ideals. Trump just wants to make money for himself, look good in the public eye, and, show off. That's basically his whole personality. And unfortunately, it's the United States personality, because he's our leader. Because some fucking reason, a bunch of idiots, dumbasses in the United States voted after his first term, injecting bleach into people during COVID and all that crazy shit he said. After that term, the dumbasses in the US who don't know how to do research, they do their research by reading propaganda on Facebook, decided they were going to put this fucking idiot, because they didn't want a black woman in office, because let's face it, we're still a bunch of racists in the US. They didn't want a black woman in office, so they put the dumbest man possibly on the planet in office, a narcissistic sociopath who only thinks about himself and making money. They put him back in office, and this is where we're at today. So, MAGA, you have nobody to blame but yourself, and all you other dumbasses on the fringe that voted for Trump because you wanted the economy to be better. You just had to do a little bit of research to see that Trump wasn't going to make the economy any better. Not for you, for himself and his family. Yeah, they made billions.
Including the UK, maximise their energy resources, including their oil and gas reserves.
You need to use what you have to provide more abundance in your country. In the UK, you have some solar, you have some wind, you do have hydrocarbons. To me, it is about being pragmatic.
But on oil and gas, use what you've got is the message.
Use what you have, unquestionably, but also
And by the way, if you don't know, Trump and the Trump regime, the fascists went out of their way to kill all renewables. They just paid a company from France, I think, $1 billion not to build wind turbines on the east coast of the U.S. because Trump has this thing with wind turbines, which I don't even know. It's this fucking psychopathic. He's got dementia. He's stupid to begin with, so he's got this deep belief that wind turbines. I think the main thing is they put wind turbines off the coast of his golf course in Scotland years ago, and it took away from the rich people aesthetic of the golf course. And ever since then, Trump hates wind turbines. So the U.S. just paid France $1 billion not to put wind turbines that they were contracted to do off the East Coast. And then he killed solar, he killed EV cars, and now we're paying $5 a gallon gas. We're on our way to $5 a gallon gas, and less people have EVs than they would have if he left the subsidies in. So congratulations, MAGA and Trump voters. You played yourself.
aggressively move towards alternative sources too.
It all feels a bit 2007, surging energy prices. We're seeing some cracks in the financial system, particularly in private credit. Are those little tremors, before an earthquake? Does this feel very 2007 to you?
I don't see any similarities at all. Zero. 2007 was based on hidden leverage, just gigantic leverage balance sheets. This is not a leverage balance sheet problem. And it was the leverage that was the foundation of the fall of 2008.
We've seen trillions of dollars pumped into AI. When Jimmy Dimon did an interview with the BBC recently, he said a lot of that money might end up wasted. Are we in a bubble? Will a lot of that money be wasted? What do you make of that?
I do not believe we have a bubble at all. That being said, could we have one or two failures in AI? Sure. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay, that's market mechanisms. I believe there's a race for technology dominance. I believe if we do not invest more.
Okay, this guy's the most boring motherfucker on the planet. Speaker Johnson awards President Trump with the first ever America First Award. That's a beautiful gold statue here, appropriate for the new golden era, America. Let's see what X has to say about this.
Tonight, we have created a new award. We have
Totally normal behavior. Jesus wept. JFC. People fall for this shit. Another Trump participation trophy from another Trump sycophant. I hate this timeline. This is X. This is not a liberal rag here. This is Elon Musk's X. The actual award. Israel Employee of the Month. Excuse me. Israel Employee of the Month. Donald Trump. This is so embarrassing. How can these grown men and women prostrate themselves in front of Trump and the world? They're making fools of themselves, of him and themselves. I can't believe these silly, ignorant people represent the U.S. to the world. Makes me sick. Well, we had silly, ignorant people vote for them. That's the problem. Trump loves the uneducated, and they all voted for him. This shit is just sad at this point. The world's in, and they're handling out trophies. The world's on fire, on fire, I think you meant, and they're handing out trophies on the Titanic. This has to be the dorkiest, most banana republic thing I've ever seen. Stealing ideas from North Korea. The emperor's new clothes. It's hard to grasp the level of obliviousness the GOP has obtained. This is a joke, right? No, sir, Steve, it's not a joke. They are serious. Unreal idiocracy taking place before our eyes. That's true. That movie was pretty much on point. I thought MAGA hated the idea that everyone got participation trophies, except for Trump. Fucking bizarro world. You love to be kidding. Excuse me. You have to be kidding me. I'm gonna puke. Yeah, that's pretty much my reaction. This is a total nothing burger. Real third world dictator vibes. Yep. Yo, what in the actual fuck is happening right now? Could someone please explain why this is real life? It's almost like they treat us like we don't even exist. They're taunting the American people because they think we are complacent. It's time to tear it down. Yes, it's time to tear the whole fucking thing down. Vote Democrat, vote independent, vote left, get these guys out of power in November 2026. We are governed by clowns. Is this a joke? I will make fun of Republicans for the rest of my life. Ass-kissing cowards. So true. They're such ass kissers. They're the party of independent bootstrappers. Yeah, right. They're the party of cucks. Please, Donald Trump, bang my wife harder. Making up awards to give to themselves. I wonder how that's been done to award criminal egos. What golden era is this fucking idiot talking about? There's nothing golden about it in my life. Reminds me of how the Nobel Prize was created. If only Toys R Us was still in business. Speaker Johnson would be able to appease toddlers DJT's fragile ego with a shiny object on a daily basis. Yet another pathetic award is created to placate our idiot narcissist POTUS. It has never been America first, only Trump first. WTF. 2026 Meme Wars. The America First Award versus MTG's comments about America Last influencers. Just ridiculous at that point. He's never been America first. It's Israel first. This is not a Jimmy Kimmel skit. Tell us your cult's messiah is an egotistical narcissist without telling us your cult's messiah is an egotistical narcissist. Okay, I think we got enough there. This is absolute cinema. White House Iranian regime is looking for an exit ramp. They recognize that they are being crushed. Iranian parliament, if they make a move, their vital infrastructure will be under relentless attack. This is the timeline. I already saw this, but it's...
Look for an exit ramp. They recognize they are being crushed, their ability to attack American and allied forces, as well as their ability to defend their own.
MAGA truth. Iran thought they could push around the U.S., but now even their own parliament admits the heat is on. They're looking for a way out because Trump showed them what real strength looks like.
Help me to hope. No!
No!
No! No! No! No! What?
Call Zelensky.
Oh, Mr. President, hello.
Zelensky, please help me to open the Hormuz Strait.
Sorry, Donald, you don't have the cards right now. You are not in a good position.
I'm sure that's getting gazillions of views. Those Iranians you're talking to, are they here with us? It's the Iranian people who are being punished by the madcap in the White House. China and India should move humanitarian supplies actively to Iran. It will also be a message to the arrogance of the West that the ancient civilizations of the world are not under its thumb. There are thousands of jihadists in America right now. They're going to strike in the belly of the eagle. I hope you can stop them. They looked Iranian security footage. Security footage shows Trump negotiating with the White House patio umbrellas for 6 hours. IDC, how much you paid me? I couldn't stand up there and read this absolute farce of a propaganda piece. She's going to regret it someday. Wait and see. Trump has become a joke. Claim, fact check. Let's watch this.
I knew what was happening. And I think we've been proven right. You know, they took what missile, 2,500 miles. They supposedly didn't have a missile like that. They had no missile with that capability. But they shot the now famous Ireland, the island that the UK was very because they didn't want to get dragged in. But we don't want to get dragged into their wars either. One thing we're very disappointed, I'll say it publicly, we're very disappointed with NATO.
No missiles hit the Chagos Islands, as you know. There were two heading in that direction. And it's really important that we call out these reckless acts by Iran against British interests, British lives, against our allies in the Gulf region. And that is why we're standing with our allies. That's why my number one concern is protecting British interests and British lives. That's why we've got a defensive action going on in the region, and we will continue to do so. But these are reckless acts, and we need to do everything we can, and we will do everything we can to protect our interests and our lives.
Are we in range here?
I'm sorry?
Are we in range here for missiles?
Well, look, we carry out assessments all the time in order to keep us safe, and there's no assessment that we're being targeted in that way.
Okay, guys, if you think that Donald Trump is ruining the world economy, go ahead and comment below, subscribe, like, share this with a friend if you like what we're doing here. I'm Chris with the SpinCycle, and watch us again. Hit the notifications bell. Hit the notifications bell. You'll get a notice the next time we're on and when we have a scheduled live. And I will see you next time. If you want to help out the channel, subscribe, buy something from our store, whatever, and we will see you next time. Thanks for watching the SpinCycle. Subscribe, hit the notifications bell.